RTX 5080, 9850X3D, 64 gigs of DDR5 memory inside of a case that weighs almost 33 pounds, and that's before you put a single part in it. So we had a customer come in and he had been gaming on a mid-tower for a few years. It was a pretty nice build, good specs, but the case was one of those, you know what I'm talking about, glass on the 3 side deals, and his temps were getting worse. GPU thermal throttling during longer sessions, and he wanted to upgrade to a new system and told our guy, I do not care what it looks like, I just want my stuff to stay cool. And listen, for the last few years, the trend in PC cases has been smaller, glassier, more RGB, fishbowl builds, and some of those, listen, they look amazing. I'm not knocking it, but a lot of people are starting to realize that their components are running hotter than they need to because the case was picked for looks, not for airflow. Listen, I think we overcorrected on aesthetics and that we're starting to see that swing back. Now, this guy was the perfect example. He didn't want a light show. He wanted a case that's actually engineered around keeping his hardware alive. So we put him in this. This is the HAVN BF360, and after building in it, I think that big cases might actually be cool again. So here's the entire build. Now, if you're into builds like this, make sure that you subscribe because we do these all the time on the channel. First thing, the front panel. This is not glass, it's not open mesh, it's a stone textured finish over airflow cutouts, and in person, it genuinely looks like stone. Now, on the black version that we have here, it looks almost aggressive. We've got people on Reddit who have been losing it over this panel, and you know what? I get it. HAVN apparently went through a bunch of different prototypes for the front of this case, including everybody's favorite, a wood version and an aluminum one, right before landing here, which I think was the right call. It looks like nothing else that's out right now. Now let's flip it around. Let's look at the space inside of this thing. We're gonna come back to this during the build, but just take it in for a second. The interior is airy in a way that most mid-towers aren't, and that's what matters when you're actually trying to build in it. And it matters for our customers because it's this whole reason for being here, which is airflow. More room means more air movement. This whole case is SGCC steel. You can feel the panel thickness immediately when you're handling it. Magnetic side panels, dust filters on the front, top, and bottom. And this thing runs $160 to $200 depending on the version that you get. And it feels like, quite honestly, it should cost more than that because at this price, what else is out there? Honestly, a pretty good deal. All right, one more thing before we get into the build. This case has something inside the PSU shroud that I've genuinely never seen in a case before. We're gonna get to it. It's the reason this thing cools the way it does. Just hold on one second. Our customer wanted performance first, thermals first, and he didn't care about RGB. So here's what we put together. For the motherboard, we've got an Asus TUF Gaming X870 Plus Wi-Fi, which is a great mid to high range X870. It's got Wi-Fi built in, solid VRM. It's not flashy, it just does everything right. For a build where the case is a star, you want a board that gets out of the way and lets the hardware work, and this does that. For the processor, we have a 9850X3D, the best gaming processor you can buy. Not a debate. 3D V-Cache, drop it in. For RAM, 64 gigs of Kingston Fury Beast DDR5 6000, two 32 gig sticks. Most gaming builds run 32, but our customer does some work on this thing alongside gaming, so we went to 64 to give him a little bit of headroom. This board handles 6000 without breaking a sweat. For the cooler, we went with the Trix Panorama SE ARGB, 360mm top mount, 360 in this case. Size is comfortable. You got a bunch of room for the radiator, plenty of room for your hands while you're installing it. I want to call this out. Look at how much space you have in here. Now, if you've ever built inside of a cramped mid-tower and tried to seat a fan header with your hand twisted at some weird angle, hoping that something clicks, that does not exist in this case. You just reach in it and do it. That was literally our customer's complaint about his old build. He hated working inside it. Power supply, you've got the XPG Core Shift 2, 1000 watts, PCIe 5 ready. And here's something I want to show you specifically. HAVN built labeled channels into the back of this case. Printed labels showing you which cable goes where. I have never seen a case manufacturer do this, ever. Honestly, I think it should be standard at this point. We've also got plenty of space behind the motherboard tray. You have built-in Velcro straps, and now labels telling you where everything routes. Cable management in the BF360 is, I dare say, almost enjoyable. I say almost because cable management is still cable management. This is about as good as it's gonna get. Now, our customer went with sleeved black cables to match the all-black build. Behind the tray, completely invisible, and up front, looking super clean. For storage, we've got a 2TB Kingston NV3, super fast drive. That's about all she wrote there. Done. Graphics card, the Asus ROG Astral RTX 5080. Now, the 5080 is doing a lot of heavy lifting this generation. For our customer gaming at 1440p, this card is more than he'll ever need. But here's the thing. A card like this produces real heat under load. That was his whole problem with his old build. And the reason the BF360 handles it brings us to the thing that I teased earlier. Inside of the PSU shroud, HAVN built a 135-degree angled air duct. They call it an air guide ramp, which is a badass name. What it does is take airflow from the bottom intake fans and redirect it directly at the graphics cards. Not into the general case, at the graphics card, like a ramp aimed at the one component that typically runs the hottest. So that's the trick, that's the engineering. Most cases just throw fans at the problem and hope that the air goes where it needs to. The BF360 tells the air where to go. The intake fans are 180 millimeters. Now these are big. At this diameter, they're pushing serious volume at low RPM. This is high airflow, low noise. The BF360 Flow ships with 2 of them right here up front and 140 millimeter exhaust out the back. There's also a hardware PWM fan controller built into the rear panel. It controls up to 6 fans. It's easy to reach. You have rubber isolators on the fan mounts to kill all that vibration noise. It was really well thought out. Oh, also, one thing worth knowing, the 180 millimeter fans are proprietary to this case. You can't swap in standard 120 or 140. If one dies down the road, you're ordering from HAVN directly. I don't think it's a deal breaker. These fans are built to last, but it's the kind of thing that you should probably know before you end up buying. And for the 5080, anti-sag GPU bracket is included. And listen, this card is expensive. It deserves to be held properly, and the BF360 does that right out of the box. This is not a case that got designed and then had airflow figured out afterwards. The airflow is the design, and for the customer who walked in because his old case was cooking his graphics card, this is exactly what he needed. So let's see if the numbers back it up. All right, if you're into this one so far, make sure you throw a like on the video. It helps us more than you think. All right, let's talk numbers. RTX 5080, 9850X3D, 64 gigs of DDR5 inside a case with an air duct aimed at the graphics card. Let's go. Still, Nomad is giving an average of 8,811, and if that insanely high number means nothing, let's talk about games. Marvel Rivals at 1440p on high is a consistent 136 FPS, which is light work and absolutely no reaction from the 5080. Arc Raiders on high at 1440p, 171 FPS. That 9850X3D is keeping the gameplay buttery smooth. And you've got Fortnite on similar settings, 178 FPS, even at 4K Ultra on Cyberpunk. You're cruising Night City at a stable 73 FPS or 176 FPS at 1440p. You throw anything at this rig and the performance is beautimous, as Travi would say. And here's the one I actually want you to pay attention to. Graphics card temps under sustained load. Now under load, that 5080 is maxing out at 50 degrees, with the 9850X3D capping out at 82 degrees. Now for a case at this price point, those temps are the story. The 180 millimeter intake fans, the 135 degree air duct, the case volume, all of it lands in the numbers. Our customer's GPU was thermal throttling in his old case, but with his new build, not anymore. Now this is what we do at Meta PCs. Every build is hand built, cable managed, and tested before it ships. If you want something like this or anything at this level, hit up metapcs.com. The link is in the description. Custom builds, ready to ship the next business day, nationwide, all at metapcs.com. All right, I'm gonna be real with you. If you're building for aesthetics first, I'm talking RGB on everything, glass on 3 sides, the build you post on Reddit for karma, this is probably not your case, and that's fine. It's the wrong tool for that job. This is for somebody who's dropping real money on components and wants a case that treats them like it. Somebody who's built in tight mid towers before and is quite honestly done with it. Someone who looks at stone textured blackout front panels and thinks, hey, you know what, that's actually quite a bit cooler than a freaking light show. And honestly, a lot of people are coming around to that right now. The glass fishbowl era isn't dead, but I do think that people are starting to ask better questions about what their case is actually doing for them. The BF360 has a really good answer to that question. All right, to recap, our customer came in because his old case was cooking his hardware. He wanted something that puts airflow first, something with room to build, something that would keep a 5080 cool under sustained load without him having to think about it. And the BF360 did all of that. He didn't have to compromise on anything. Listen, I've even got a HAVN Doom PC build at home. It's a huge case and the same philosophy. Sitting down at it every day, it gets out of the way after I look at all the skulls and stuff in there, and it just does its job. That's what a great case does. 33 pounds with fans and nothing else inside, stone front panel, your graphics card running cooler than it has any right to. Big cases are back. The parts list is in the description, and if you want one of these built for you, check out metapcs.com. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure that you hit like and subscribe. As always, we'll see you next time.